The March 12, 2026, strike on Tel Aviv marked a terrifying shift in the physics of Middle Eastern warfare. For decades, the 1,500-kilometer distance between Iran and Israel provided a strategic buffer. A standard ballistic missile takes roughly 12 minutes to make that journey, allowing Israel's home front command to activate sirens and move millions into shelters. However, the deployment of the Iranian Fattah-2 hypersonic missile has effectively deleted that buffer. From ignition in western Iran to impact in Tel Aviv, the elapsed time was just 4 minutes. Meanwhile, Israel's early warning protocols, designed for a different era of flight, still require roughly 6 minutes to fully process launch data and alert the public. In the world of hypersonics, if your warning system is slower than the weapon's flight time, the population is essentially defenseless. The Fattah-2 is a technical nightmare for traditional radar because it is a hybrid of a rocket and a cruise missile. It launches on a solid fuel booster into the upper atmosphere, but then separates into a Hypersonic Glide Vehicle, HGV. Instead of following a predictable high-altitude rainbow arc that radars can easily track, it stays at a lower altitude, roughly 30 to 50 kilometers, skipping along the edge of the atmosphere. By staying under the radar horizon for a longer duration, it remains invisible until it is already halfway to its target. Furthermore, its maneuverability allows it to change course mid-flight. It doesn't just fall toward a target, it drives toward it, making it nearly impossible for interception algorithms to lock onto a final destination. This detection gap resulted in a catastrophic failure of the alert system during the recent strikes. Because the Fattah-2 maneuvers, computers must constantly recalculate the predicted impact zone. In the time it took for the IDF's systems to confirm the missile was heading for a populated area in Tel Aviv rather than an open field, the weapon had already entered its terminal phase. In many sectors, sirens only began to wail 2 minutes after the first impacts were felt. Even the Arrow 3 interceptor, designed to hit targets in space, struggled to account for the Fattah-2's erratic glide path. The interceptor expects the target to be at a specific point, but the Fattah-2 uses liquid fuel steering fins to shift position, creating what analysts call the basket of inequality, where the defender is always one step behind the attacker. The surgical precision of the Fattah-2 was proven when it reportedly struck a hardened IDF command center, killing 7 senior officers. The sheer kinetic energy of a weapon moving at Mach 15 means that even without a large explosive warhead, the impact force is equivalent to a localized earthquake, rendering traditional bunker strategies obsolete. This 4-minute window has changed the psychology of the region, forcing a launch-on-warning posture. If leaders only have seconds to decide how to respond, the risk of a hair-trigger escalation into a total regional war becomes almost unavoidable. The Fattah-2 has destroyed the illusion of safety, proving that in 2026, the only real defense may be to ensure the missiles never leave the ground.